make sure you remember. What's going on, guys? So, pretty much one of the final reviews of 00 5. And this guy's back. Familiar face. If you guys have been around long enough, he's been featured almost every year. Not for 00 specifically, but I think almost, except for the first year of the channel, you've been featured. Because you initially were here for the New Year's build you did with your Fenice.
Yeah.
And then we went from there. And then he was featured last year in 00.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. You had your orange Sunriser, or XN Riser.
XN Riser.
And this year is no different. He brought another XN Riser. No, I'm just kidding. But going along with that same theme of recolors of the Gundams from the thing, as we get new MGs, he's basically going to be recoloring them in alternate color schemes. So as you guys have clearly seen in the thumbnail and title, he did the new MG Kyrios. Conveniently, so did I. That's called comparisons. Yeah. So realistically, it's just he did that because he got it, and then just conveniently I built mine and reviewed it, so we can actually see the difference between his cool repainted one.
What are we gonna call it?
Huh?
What are we gonna call it?
I mean, we didn't call the other one anything different. It's not a custom; it's just a repaint.
Oh, okay.
I mean, what?
I don't know.
There's no name for that I could think of.
Yeah, you're right.
Because we didn't do anything special for the Sunriser.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we didn't do anything special.
Yeah.
For it.
Cool, because it wasn't a custom. It wasn't like a, even though it was a repaint, it's just nothing you needed to do. Like,
yeah. Okay.
Like
cool. Sounds good to me.
Like, I mean, for the most part, I can't think of. I mean, I renamed Thomas's kit.
Okay.
It became the Jinkyudo.
Yeah.
Just basically just put the words together.
Yeah.
And I still can't remember what that's called when you combine words together into like a single thing. Somebody will put it in the comments. Sure. It's fine. But before we actually look directly at it, tell people the bare minimum about what you did to it.
Think the Kyrios, if Setsuna, if Seiei was using it.
Yeah. So
where my old XN Riser was Hallelujah using it.
Yeah.
This is Setsuna.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It would be Setsuna's version of the Kyrios. Or if it's like in the movie where things are always just like a little bit twisted.
Yeah.
Because it'd just be weird that way. And in theory, in the future, he'll hopefully have repaints of the Dynamis, because you haven't built the Dynamis, right?
I have not yet.
Okay, so you need to do the Dynamis next year. Or the Virtue, whichever one
comes out.
Yeah,
well, as the Virtue comes out.
So essentially what we have here is a Sunriser or a Setsuna and Hallelujah switch, and so then we have to have a Tyria and lock-on switch, which is going to be interesting. We were talking about it earlier because Tyria's color, at least of his uniform, is purple, but his Gundams, except for the Raphael, are not. So it's kind of which way do we go with it? I mean, I would think that if we do that swap, I mean, having a wholly purple Dynamis would be weird.
Yeah, it would be.
But if we did it mostly white and light grays with purple accents,
I can do that.
Which would look a lot more like Tyria's outfit and stuff like that. It would be cool.
Yeah,
so we'll just see what happens. I love the fact you didn't do an Exia color swap. You did a 00 color swap.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't done an Exia yet, have you?
I have not.
Oh, interesting that.
First 00 kit was my XN Riser.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was the first one ever, and then I made you repaint it and bring it on here.
Yeah.
And made him.
You did.
Oh, shut up. You got the last spot, so you had all the time in the world. Just like this year. But unlike last year, he kind of went a little bit minimalistic. In a good way.
Yeah.
And I like it. So, let's take a closer look at it. Oh, I need to...
Yeah.
All right, and there... Much like you, it was too tall. All right, so there it is. There's the recolored Setsuna's Kyrios.
Yeah.
Realistically. And it's a really cool repaint. Like when I suggested switching it to blue, I clearly was not envisioning what it would look like. But it looks surprisingly good.
It was something fun. It was different. Like once I painted and built up that chest piece, I fell in love with it.
Yeah. And I like that too. And you did something different this time because you did not use Tamiya colors.
No, I use Mr. Color
What
lacquer paints.
what color blue are we working with there? Do we know?
Looker number 2, I believe it's called.
There you go. It's number 2. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, this that looks wonky for some reason.
Oh.
I guess that's right. It just looks wonky. Either way, so it does look good. We're going to do the turntable thing. As I scooch this back because I realized it was way too close. So you guys can see all the way around it. And the other thing you did this time was skimp out on the stickers and water sides. Even though you specifically bought water sides for this.
Yeah, I did. Once I got it going and painted up, assembled, it looks so good as nice, clean build.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to where, I would usually stuck this or that into...
Yeah, because it has a lot of stripes and warnings everywhere, GN little things all over the place. And I think the minimalist look definitely was the way to go in this case. And unfortunately, he did not bring the Sunriser with him.
No, I wasn't told to.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
So you'll have to take pictures and send them to me later with them near each other. Because are they still separate? Do you still have or do you have them together?
No, they're still together.
Okay. Because it would look cool if you could, the orange riser next to this in flight mode. That would look really cool. The matte black is just matte black, nothing crazy. No. You're really not giving me anything to work with here. And the whole thing is painted with the exception of, I assume, the little GN verniers, or did you paint those too?
No, it's also everything's painted.
Okay, everything is painted. Good night. Yeah, but it does look really good. All right, time to pull it off the frickin'... Stop it. Ah! Oh, I had that on slow.
Yeah.
I had it on slow. That was stupid. I'm sucky at this job. I'm not even cutting any of that. Okay, so let's bring it in close so you guys can see this. Because he did do a couple interesting things, such as painting the eyes and cameras a metallic yellow, which is just yellow over chrome.
Yeah, pretty much.
To the best of your ability.
Honestly, because I lost a sheet of stickers, and I'm not too proud to say that. Yeah,
somehow his metal sticker sheet disappeared. He hit me up. He's like, I'm missing a sticker sheet. And I assume that was on like final assembly. Yeah. And you're like, And the fact that you went with a yellowish gold was interesting because it does definitely invoke Grandpa.
Yeah.
Whether that's on purpose or by accident, no one knows. I think if you really wanted to go full Grandpa with this, you would have had to do the vents yellow.
Yeah,
and definitely. I'm not suggesting you do that. I think it looks fine with the black.
No, I kept them that way because as last year's Accenturizer, I did the same thing. Kept them kind of metallic-ish looking. I wanted to look like an exhaust or intake. Same thing as the ones on the legs.
Yep. But now the more I look at it, I see Grandpa with more pointy shoulders. I like it. And any difficulties with this one? I mean, I've built it, so I mean, I know how good the kit is. But did you have any issues with it?
Not really. Everything assembled pretty well, even after paint and clear coat. I mean, the only thing I'm having issues is that little, cockpit part.
Yeah, for some reason, and we've looked at it. This will not flop back. It's like it doesn't have. For some reason, when he reassembled it, it lost all its clearance, and it's not due to the paint because it can move to a degree. But it's like for some reason it doesn't have enough clearance to fold all the way flat, and we don't know why. You do have the nice GN thing there because that's where the GN drive is on this puppy, and then here on his shield / claw assembly, which now wants to stay in. Got another one there, and of course the neighbors are grilling outside, so we get to listen to that. And for some strange reason, whether or not this picks up on camera. There's a couple pieces that ended up slightly darker than others. Yeah, this one section right here, for no reason that even you can figure out, is darker. It's the same paint. It was all painted at the same time. Yeah. It just, for some reason, came out that way. It's something I never really asked you somehow in all the years I've known you now. When you paint, do you just have all the pieces just laid out on sticks?
Pretty much.
And you're painting each individual?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I section off the kit itself, legs.
Yeah.
I'll do the legs one day and then, so on and so on.
Well, the main reason I was asking is because in the case of something like this, it almost would have...
seemed like if it was done different days.
Yeah, but I was thinking like it would make sense to assemble this to this degree, mask off what you don't want
Oh,
painted,
okay. Gotcha.
and paint it as a whole as it's going to be
Yeah.
assembled.
Yeah.
And I think it would avoid that. And then for whatever reason, maybe it's your clear coat, it's a little sticky, or there's something on my hands. But ever since I've been handling it, it feels sticky. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's weird. I mean, like it looks fine. It feels smooth. But for some reason, my fingers are sticky to it. I don't know. It's really strange. That was like the first thing I said when I was like, "Hey, what? Ew, why is it sticky?"
No other reasons.
That's weird. I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you feel sticky? Well, here, touch it, especially on the edges.
Okay, a little bit towards here.
And I don't mean like honey or anything like
No,
that, but you
no.
just feel the thing.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know. I know, and we talked about it with Thomas. Like the weather definitely been
Yeah.
going up and down and stuff like that. And you clear coated this what? Yesterday, day before?
Day before and then final clear coat.
Yeah, final clear coat. Yeah, so I mean, like maybe it's just not
Dried
100%.
enough or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Did you go with your standard pledge, or are you doing different clear coat now?
All clad super gloss.
Nice. Okay. And one thing that I am enjoying, of course, is that you are mixing your finishes up.
Yep.
I like it. It looks good. I tried to. Come on.
Great. Now you can't put it back in.
Which makes no sense. It wouldn't come out and now it won't go back in.
Good job.
That makes no sense. Designed to go into this slot.
Just leave it off.
Well, I got to put it back on because it looks
Okay,
cool.
well, fine.
Okay. Did you paint anything on the inside? Does it look
Yes,
nice?
I mean-
Does it look all gorgeous and stuff?
Just that.
That hinge sucks ass.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, that sucks on the normal one. That's not you. It's like, that's nothing you did. That's how sucky that part is. But yeah, it can split. It can do all the things.
It's weird.
It's easier if you extend it and get a little more wonkiness out of it. There we go. Isn't there a hinge there?
I don't think so.
Why is it coming apart then? That was weird. It's like, that wasn't anything I was doing. I was just doing it. Yay. Oh, you don't have do you have the little, or no?
No, I forgot.
You didn't bring the blade.
I saw it way too late.
Okay. Looks good though. How long, or how much time did you have in this one?
Give or take, everything was done within about 2 weeks worth. But then again, you know, full-time job and everything else going on.
Oh, sure. What's that like?
Maybe about,
I'm just
for
kidding.
2 weeks, maybe about 4 hours a day.
It's so weird.
I know, it is.
It like the surface doesn't feel. It's only on the edges.
On the edges, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that too.
Strange. Anyway, that looks good. Oh, I wanted to point out the gun because I like what you did there. I like the different.
It was just something simple. I like the barrels being kind of metallic-y looking.
Yeah. So this part here, which is, I'm trying to remember, does the original have? Yeah, it has color separation there, and you kept it, but you made it stand out with a nice shininess, and I like that. It looks good. So the funny thing is, like, it's hard to tell that you painted a lot of it if
Yeah.
it wasn't for color swaps. Like the fact that these are more black and then gray.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only real bit that stands out. Have you ever extended the vernier out?
No, not yet.
Let's see if I can do it without scraping anything.
You shouldn't.
In theory, it'll... Yeah, look at it. It's one of the dumbest things that it does. If I'm honest, it's one of the dumbest little things. I wasn't even on camera. Yeah,
There
it
you go.
sticks out. Looks good. And I'm not even going to point out the thing that you forgot to do.
What did I forgot to do? Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, so it's funny. He's just, whether he was in a hurry or just not doing whatever, he didn't panel on it, which I don't think would have helped it. To be totally honest, I don't think in this case it would have been necessary. Just looks perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the thing. How do I get it up? I just want to compare it. There we go. Okay, I haven't messed with one of those in a while.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna leave him mostly posed here. Are you ready? So here's the bluey. The orangey one. I would have dropped the camera down, make my life easier. So yeah, you can see like the idea that those are yellow, those are black. Just looks cool. Looks more like a jet. And then everything else is just the way it is. Just using the real color separation. Nothing extra that you've really done, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was really just a color swap. And it looks good and it looks effective. And it's funny that like unintentionally, of course, made it look like Grandpa.
Yeah.
But it does look nice. And, you know, for those who are unfamiliar, that's what we're talking about with the back. It's supposed to fold flat and it's constructed right. It just doesn't want to do the thing. So it is what it is. All right, so I'm going to attempt to very carefully put it into flight mode so we can see that. And he hasn't even put it in flight mode. He doesn't even know how. So I'm going to do this off camera because you guys already know what it looks like to watch me fumble and put this thing into flight mode. And if he watched my review, he would know that.
Yeah, I saw it.
I always love fishing.
Well, I mean,
it's just funny for me to fish.
Background noise.
Yeah, there you go. Background noise. That's not me watching. All right, so we'll be right back. All right, so we're back after way too long. Some weird issues. Least of which is that the wings aren't out to the same degree. One goes much further than the other, and I don't know why. And then for some reason, the knees are ever so slightly wonky to where it's not quite bent at the same degree. But you guys can see here how cool it is. Also, he's an interesting one in the fact that his feet are the same color as his off color instead of being red.
Yeah.
So unlike other Gundams like that. I guess in theory I should probably transform mine then, huh? For comparison's sake. Oh, balls. Okay. Well, we found out one issue with his is that paint clearance seems to be an issue. So there's the orangey one versus the bluey one, which actually looks like Wing Zero at this point.
Yeah.
It really does, especially with the yellow. Oh, I didn't extend my thingies. So one thing that's interesting on his is that we could not get the elbows to tuck in 100% for that. It's about as close as it could get, but mine actually went in a little bit more. So that is a tolerance with the paint clearance, and it might be the same problem with the folding hinge there. And then, oh, let me see your weapons you got. As somebody's making themselves a drink in the other room. We forgot to look at the extra. Remember how last year I had to beg you to bring everything?
Yeah. I brought everything.
You brought everything this year. So you need a couple of GN stickers to slap on these, because they are GN missile pods.
Excuse me for,
I'm just saying, in this case, maybe one there, one there. And that's it. Nothing crazy.
I'll remind myself next
It's a suggestion. Yeah, these look nice. And this is just the same kind of frame gray?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Because I ran out of the other color.
I got no other colors. It's fine. Okay. And ever so carefully try to... Have you even put this on before? Nope. Oh, great. I'm going to scratch all your paint.
That's all right.
You're just like, what are you going to do? There's a hole there somewhere. There we go. Good enough. And, of course, if you want to attach the gun, you can do that. Speaking of which, there's that, and then it has a hole somewhere right there. So, and then the handles and all that. So, it looks really freaking cool. I like it.
Looks nice on camera.
Yeah, the blue. Oh, by the way, yes. So we did get the feet correct this time in the transformation, for those who talked about that. But then the landing gear is something that we clearly, and I say we because I mean both of us. What does it show? Yeah, that's how the landing gear works. So somebody was trying to tell me that in the comments, and I'm like, what? So it's not that my toe thing didn't work. This is just...
Or my other suggestion.
Yeah, his suggestion was turn it the other way, and then this becomes the landing gear. No, that's actually very cool. I do dig that. It makes way more sense than what I did to it. So that's cool, Eric. It's really cool. It's really cool. We don't have a name for it, but that's okay.
Setsuna's Kyrios.
Yes. Kyrios de Setsuna? It's cool. I like it. I digs it. It looks nice. Let's bring that under. Ah, there we go. There's a nice shot of it. Actually, I might do that for a thumbnail. Reposition the lights. That looks pretty cool. I do wish that the area, like the sensor area underneath the quote-unquote cockpit, was like shiny.
Yeah,
that's one thing they did not do. That's fine. You know, look at it.
Yours.
Look at it in normal mode, as it were. That's good looking. That's a good looking mofo right there. Yeah. Look at it. I'm going to take a picture. Cool. So, guys, what do you think about the repaint? And then what do you think about the potential repaints for the next sets of Gundams that we have coming later?
Yeah.
In years to come. Well, I guess technically speaking, you could jump on Dynamis at any given point. If I just pick one up, and then we'll just very carefully get to that at some point. I do think that this not having something reflective under it does suck. Even if you had like a two-sided chrome to stick under it to make it pop, that'd make it look better. It just disappears. And I know I'm on a black background, blah, 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 freaking blah. But this is one of the better ideas I've had. I say that every time you do a repaint that I suggest.
Yeah.
This is one of the better ideas I've had. And it is. It's like, but like, I don't know if it would fit if you did it in the other colors.
Like on,
if it was like if it, right. It wouldn't look green. It wouldn't look good green.
Yeah, you're right.
And I don't think it would look good purple. I mean, maybe
that way it gives me Macross vibes.
Yeah. And I do think that in this mode it looks like Wing Zero Custom.
Yeah.
In its Neo Bird mode for the upcoming one.
Yeah.
It does make me really want the next generation Gundams eventually. So. But guys, like I said, let me know what you think down below. Have you bothered to recolor any of yours? Because if so, you should be showing that off on the 00CTOBER page. Yeah. But guys, of course, I would say go follow Erick on things, but you don't really do things.
Yeah.
He for some reason doesn't do the things, but he's at least Lessium on the Discord.
Yeah.
Yay.
I mean, I use you for my outlet.
Yeah, makes me take all the pictures and show his shit off. And too bad there's not a contest.
Yeah,
right now.
I know.
So, but guys, happy 00CTOBER. I don't know exactly which day this is coming out. It's either the 30th or the 31st. I can't recall.
Ooh,
so we'll see. Maybe, but I have another video that might be coming out on Halloween. I have a Gundam going into a new costume, so to speak.
Oh.
So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
But we'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, do all things. I know I said that already, but remember, as always,
keep on building.
There you go.